Welcome back to Mike's Man Cave and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to upgrade the fuel pump in my BF GT Falcon in anticipation to the power upgrade that's coming up. So there will be future modifications to this car. So today I'm going to make sure that this car is going to have adequate fuel supply to support the upgrade and power that it's going to get. This here is actually the standard BF GT Falcon fuel pump. Now XR8s and XR6 turbos and FPV turbos have the exact same fuel pump. This fuel pump has a capacity of 150 litres per hour, which doesn't mean your car's going to use 150 litres of fuel an hour. It just means this pump is capable of supplying 150 litres, which your car will need in short bursts as it accelerates and generates maximum power. If your fuel pump cannot keep up with the engine, you will quickly run out of fuel, and this could cause engine damage or a loss of power. So this is quite adequate for a standard GT Falcon, but once you start modifying, this will need upgrading. Also keep in mind that the standard Falcon fuel pump for these cars, i.e. not the turbos or the V8s, only has a capacity of 125 litres. So the standard fuel pump has 125 litre per hour capacity. This fuel pump has 150 litres per hour capacity, and as mentioned before, is fitted to all V8 Falcons, BA and BF, and also all turbo Falcons, BA and BF. Now that I've got that out of the way, here's my new fuel pump that got delivered today. Now this pump was supplied by Prestige Auto Venue down in Melbourne, and it was $350 for this upgraded pump, which really isn't too bad considering the price of a new replacement pump anyway, and for performance parts you're always paying more. And I would highly appreciate if you do contact these people and buy your fuel pump from them, let them know about this video and that this video is what made you go to them and order a fuel pump. And before we go any further, I'd also like to say that I did pay for this fuel pump in full with my own money. This fuel pump was not given to me, and this video is not sponsored by the people that supplied me the fuel pump. Anyway, this is how it came in the box. And this is the fuel pump here. Now you will notice one difference straight away. This part here is a lot larger, which means it contains more fuel and it is less likely to starve the engine of fuel. This is the swirl pot that stops fuel rushing away from the pickup when you're accelerating or cornering hard. So the fuel that's in here is what your pump will be using when the fuel is sloshing away from the pump that's located inside your tank. You need to keep in mind that while you're driving, especially as the fuel level in your fuel tank gets lower, that fuel is sloshing around the tank. If you're accelerating, all the fuel goes to the back of the tank. If you're braking hard, all the fuel goes to the front of the tank. If you're cornering hard, the fuel can go from side to side. This here, the fuel that's in there, is what your car will be using in those situations. This pot here just stops the fuel rushing away from the fuel pump that lives inside there. And if you compare that to the standard pump, you can definitely see the difference there. This pump here's got a 500ml capacity, whereas this pump here has got a 1 litre capacity. Now also the fuel pump that is in here is upgraded, and the flow capacity, as in the fuel lines, are also upgraded. So this fuel pump here is capable of flowing 350 litres an hour compared to the 150 litres of the standard ones. So it flows more than double the fuel at maximum capacity. And all these things that I've just discussed is the reason why I'm upgrading to this pump here. And this is a plug and play fit. You just take this pump out and replace it with that pump. Now I've still got a pump in my car because this is actually the original pump that came with the car, and this pump actually died. So I had replaced the fuel pump in my GT probably about 5 years ago. After it sat in storage for about 8 years, when I went to start it, the fuel pump was dead. And it's sat for a few more years in storage now, so the pump that's in there might also be on its way out. So we're going to take the pump out that's in the car now, which is still working, and we're going to replace it with this pump. Let's go and do it. Just so you know what you're looking at, this is called the Big Pod Fuel Assembly for BA and BF Falcon. It's got the 350 litre Walbro pump, so you can get 3 different pumps and possibly others, but the main ones they are selling is the 200 and something litre one, the 350 litre one, and then the 400 and something litre one. But I figured for the power that I'm aiming for, the 350 will be just perfect. And you can also buy just the blank assemblies or all the separate parts if you contact these people. You can also put your own fuel pump in there and use your own parts to build this big pod pump, but I wasn't interested in doing that. I wanted something that was guaranteed to work and be set up correctly. So I got those people to set it up for me and send me the complete assembly. And I didn't have the pump anyway, so I would have had to buy the assembly, buy the pump, buy the larger fuel lines, buy the custom made cable that converts your pump connection to match your car, etc, etc. There's a lot involved, so it is just much easier to just have this set up there ready to go. To take out the fuel pump, we're going to have to take out the back seat of the car, which is the bottom part there. Now I've got a whole video on how to do that, so if you don't know how to do this, check my video. So now I'm going to take out the back seat and then we'll have a look at where the fuel pump lives, which is about there. Now that the back seat's come out, the fuel pump lives under there. Now this is what it looks like once you have taken the cover off. So now you've got to take all these Phillips heads out and disconnect these and disconnect that, and then we can take the pump out. Now to disconnect these fuel lines, you're going to have to get yourself one of these little kits here. So if you can buy these at any auto parts store. There we go, we got there eventually. Now have a look how high the fuel level is, and I've only got about half a tank in there. So just be careful, get your tank as low as possible before changing your fuel pump out. We've put the new seal in there that came with the new pump. Now don't forget to connect your sender wire. Okay, as you can see now, everything's connected back up, everything's installed. What we're going to do now is start the car before we put everything back together. Let's see if we can hear the fuel pump prime up. Okay, it did make a noise. Let's hit the start button. This is great news, the car started straight away without any issues at all. And the fuel pump's not making any extra noise. I can't hear it at all. I was a little bit concerned that it was going to be noisy, so there's absolutely no sound from the fuel pump. There doesn't seem to be any leaks at all. Here we are, the seat's back in, the pump's installed, it's been checked for leaks, there's absolutely no issues at all. The fuel gauge is working perfectly, so everything is fine. There we go, another job completed. So now we've installed the 350 litre per hour Walbro fuel pump with the larger pod, and the car is pretty much ready to go to Sydney. In the next video we will be installing the bump stops, who turned up just in time. They turned up on Friday after lunch and the car's going to Sydney on Monday. And I did not really want to drive the car all the way to Sydney and stick it on the dyno without the bump stops in the back. So that will be in the next video. So if you've got any questions about anything that you saw today, do me a favour, leave your question down below. I'll try and answer it to the best of my ability. In the meantime, if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more videos from Mike's Man Cave. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.